Good day, a warm welcome to all our viewers. Thank you for joining us on this Ship to Shore online interview. Please subscribe on our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page, Ship to Shore. We bring you engaging conversation and discussions with students and practitioners in the maritime industry. Today, joining me is Gift Mhlongo, a recent shipping and logistics graduate from the Durban University of Technology. Gift, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. For our viewers, people who do not know you, tell us where do you come from and how you got into maritime studies.
All right. I come from the place called Kwatabega. So I know it might not be popular even on the map, but it's just a small vicinity around Pinetown. So I come there, I live with my grandmother and then my other siblings. So I got involved into maritime when I saw a brochure, a duty brochure that was given to me by my friend. So I saw that I might find to have an interest in the maritime industry. Hence, then I applied to DOT to study for diploma in shipping and logistics. So yeah, that's how I came about in involving myself in the maritime industry.
Okay, no, that's great. That's great. You were part of the shipping and logistics program for close to 3 years. Tell us your experience with the program. What were your favorite subjects and modules? And why did you specifically like those? And how was the general feel of the program?
Yeah, yeah. It's been a long journey. It wasn't easy at all. I mean, first years, they've you got no friends there at campus, so you're kind of like bored. You don't know what to do, so you just focus on your studies. But as the year progresses, I mean, you get to engage with different people coming from different backgrounds, of which there is an opportunity in disguise, to expose yourself to different people with different personalities. So it's been challenging, of course, for the initial years, but as we go to second year and then third year, it became, normal to engage with your studies and all those kind of things. And then the subjects I enjoy most doing is logistics and port and terminal management. I mean, I related more with those two because I felt like they best described the industry, before I even went to the industry. So those are my favorite modules during my course of diploma in shipping and logistics. Yeah, I hope I answered that very well.
No, that's a fair answer. That's a fair answer.
Thank you.
And then in 2019, you went to China,
yes.
Shanghai Maritime University, as part of the Durban University of Technology and the Shanghai Maritime University student exchange program. How did you get to be part of that summer camp?
Okay. The requirements basically they wanted students to be the best performer. So I happened to be one of those students, which I was nominated then. I got I think it was for port and terminal management, also in logistics. I got higher marks, and then my average then began to place me in an advanced position to receive the incentive to go to Shanghai in China. Oh, yeah. So yeah, you had to be the best performer, and then you were eligible for the incentive given by the department.
Oh yeah, I see. For somebody who's not been to China, how would you describe just briefly your experience in China? What two things surprised you when you got to China?
Okay, I'll first start by saying, it was my first time, to be exposed in an international travel. Okay. So that that itself was the biggest achievement for me, It was my first time also riding a plane. So yeah,
Wow.
I was overwhelmed. So now going to China, seeing how Chinese do things, their culture, it was mind blowing. I believe from what I've observed myself, Chinese people are so disciplined. The way they do things, their commitment when they do things. That is what I most observed. They are so disciplined. Number two, those guys were so welcoming. I think it's their culture to welcome, foreign people, if I can call it that way, or international students in a better way. So they are so welcoming, and also they are very disciplined. So that's what I've most observed with Chinese people in Shanghai. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, so you didn't expect those things?
Of course, I didn't.
Okay, 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 okay. And then,
Especially, yeah. Okay, no. Go on. It's
okay,
fine.
okay. And then,
Yeah.
what two things would you say, look, where that you observed while you were in Shanghai, that you thought these are actually good things that we as South African and can actually adopt, specifically relating to the maritime or the shipping industry?
Right. The education system itself. I mean, since we were in the Maritime University, everything about that university specialized with maritime. So if in South Africa we can have institutions that are based only on what you want to specialize on, I think the focus and the depth of knowledge can be very rich,
Yeah.
So if you got to focus on one thing, I believe the knowledge and the information that can be relayed to you can really advance you in whatever career that you are pursuing. So I saw that the education system, also based on like maritime industry, was so focused and enriching, at the same time. So yeah, that was what I've most observed from the Maritime University in Shanghai. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay, well, because one of the things that I observed while I was there is the fact that they've got fantastic facilities, like you're saying.
True.
The, 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 the library, the, the, the equipment that they have, the exposure that you get,
yes.
It's really amazing. I mean, one time we actually visited a part of the university where you had a simulator, an engine simulator. If you were in that particular facility,
yes,
you were. I mean, you could easily think that you were inside the engine room of a Land Rover, say,
yes,
Panamax or container vessel. I mean, the facilities were so great.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. I understand when you say the education system is quite rigid. It's quite solid. I mean, it's really very rigid. Okay, and then moving on to yes, you wanted to say something?
No, I wanted to say I relate with what you just said, because we also went to the simulator. So yes, you would actually, feel like you are in the vessel itself. You are the captain of the vessel.
Sure,
so yeah,
sure,
we went to the simulator. Very, very good. So huge, and best experience to say. So yeah, facilities, everything there is just amazing. It's just amazing.
And then, out of interest, do you think there are certain things that you felt that we as South Africans actually have that Chinese don't?
Okay. That's that question. Yeah, I do feel like there are things like that, and I know the following question would be, what are those things?
Oh yeah.
Can you not get there?
Okay, no, that's fine. Then we'll leave that question. We'll leave that
Yes, please.
You just graduated in your shipping and logistics studies, and congratulations on that. More especially the fact that
Thank you.
you graduated cum laude. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
How would you describe that journey? How did you manage to achieve so well? Achieve so well?
Yo, bro, commitment.
No.
That's what I can say. You know, having a goal and sticking towards attaining to that goal. So it's been hard work. 3 years of hard work. Sometimes sleepless nights. You know, sometimes sacrificing going to places of leisure and of enjoyment just to achieve what you want to achieve. You know. So it wasn't easy at all, but I had to push because I had this goal in my mind that I want to graduate with cum laude, of which it eventually happened. So it's been, you know, a journey of hard work. I wouldn't lie about that. So yeah. So that's what helped me to achieve what I've achieved. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So somebody who's listening out there, say who's a high school student, or who is also, I mean, probably doing their first year, second year in specifically shipping and logistics or any other maritime related thing, you would say, look, stay committed.
Yes. You know, one thing that has worked for me most, you know, to have a dream or a vision, and then that will require you to have goals. You know, one of the secrets that I've been applying in my life is that you know, for whatever I want to achieve, I post my vision in my wall in my bedroom. You know, that is the last thing I see when I sleep, and that is the first thing I see when I wake up. So that will like motivate me to work harder every day because I want to achieve what I see last when I sleep and what I see first when I wake up in the morning. So that has been my secret in achieving what I'm achieving.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. That's quite clear.
Yes,
that's quite clear.
Yeah.
You are now doing your advanced diploma and working at the same time. How are you finding the work studies balance?
Yo, so hard, so hard. I mean, our advanced diploma classes, they started at 1700. So I leave work 4:30.
Okay.
Sometimes, you know, I wouldn't cover the commencement time for the lecture, of which that would challenge me because I would like have missed on some information that the lecturer has relayed to the class, you know. But I would just when I get home, I would just, you know, get around my notes, and then I would just try and peruse there and there, see if I can grab something for that day. So it's really not easy, but it's doable. It's doable at the same time. So there's no excuse to have, but rather than, you know, just to say I'm just gonna use what I have at the moment to get what I do not have, you know. So that is what I've been doing all this time. Yeah.
Okay, no, I understand, Gift. I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
You are in the ship agency sector. How has this sector been affected by COVID-19?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Gift. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Okay,
sorry,
did you hear the question?
Can you please repeat?
Okay. You are in the ships agency sector of the maritime industry. Yes. How has this sector been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic?
It's really been for the past few months, thanks to the national lockdown. Sorry. Yes. I mean, the shipping lines, they knew how that was going to hit on their pockets and also on the voyages, you know, that they have. So we kind of lost some vessels coming to the port of Durban, you know, and that has been strike even for the company that we work for. So, you know, we used to handle roughly within a month, we used to handle like 10 vessels. But, you know, due to this pandemic, now the number is decreased perhaps to 5, you know, number of vessels that is under our agency. And it has been bad. But the company is doing all it can, you know, to make sure that we will remain in the company, that everything, you know, we do it like we used to do things normally prior the pandemic. So the company is doing all it can in its power to keep us happy as its employees, even in the midst of this threatening menace that is happening around. Yeah, but the industry has been you know, impacted negatively. Yeah.
Okay. We are obviously now with the COVID-19 situation. How business is done is really going to change going forward. We're going to have a new normal of how we do business, whether it's regulations, whether it's technology, whether it's just generally trade, and whatever other aspects that are going to get affected. I mean, what developments do you see in the ship agency sector that going forward are going to sort of manifest themselves or sort of show themselves?
You know, I think we're gonna divert more into technology, because when you know, prior to the pandemic, when you clear the vessel, inwards clearance or outwards clearance, you know, you used to go to the institutions where you, like customs, for instance, and then you clear your vessel, the immigration, harbor revenue, stuff like that, and then you just go there by yourself physically. But now, you know, you have to be exposed to technology, you know, to do it electronically. So there's no way now you can go to customs or go to harbor revenue or go to immigration to clear your vessel. So everything now is conducted through technology. So I think that is the direction the shipping industry is gonna take now, you know, and you know, technology is gonna be, you know, a prevalent tool that is gonna be used in the shipping industry at this moment going forward.
Gift, as we wrap up our conversation, our interview, where to from here?
Right. You know, my experience with ships agency has been very good. Late nights, you know, but I think I'm gonna drift to logistics. Yeah, because, you know, ships agency is so time detecting, you know, so you cannot be certain of your own personal space and time. So anything can happen anytime. They might just tell you you have to bed this vessel. Perhaps you were just having a holiday, you know, with your family, with your friends, or perhaps even your loved ones. But because the nature of the industry itself compels you to do such, then, you know, you've got nothing to say. So I think I need something flexible, you know, because I feel like ships agent is controlling my time. Of which I don't like that, you know.
Okay.
So
well, I hope your boss is not listening to this conversation.
No. No, I'm in a solitary place. Believe me, I wouldn't have said that.
Okay. Oh yeah, they do say that agency is a 25-hour, 8-day week job.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
logistics is where your mind is, more or less.
Yes. That's where I'm heading. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I see.
Yeah.
Gift, thank you so much for taking time to be with us.
Thank you, sir. I should be, thanking you for giving me this opportunity. It's so amazing, how we can be exposed to such knowledge that is being shared here. Receiving from you something that I didn't know. Also you were receiving from me. It's a great experience. So thank you so much for giving me that for giving me that privilege. So I'm really honored. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Gift. Yeah, we wish you all the best with your studies and your future plans.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank
to
you.
our viewers who are joining us on this Ship to Shore online interview, thank you so much. Please, once again, subscribe on our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page. Be safe and goodbye.